Okay, welcome to the stream. All right, what's up? Oh, snap. Thanks. That's cool. It's pretty amazing from what I recall. Haven't heard the new one, but I remember back in the day, I was just like, wow, this is like you could just, and the way you could just look for stuff by group and everything, it's like it streamlines your search. There's certain companies that are good with certain things like natural instruments and stuff. I remember Yamaha was really good. They had something called the Motif. Yamaha Motif was really good. And they had like natural instruments. Yeah. Yeah, that was back in the day. That was before. I remember VSTs started to encroach and they were like comparable to like, you know, hardware stuff. Oh, snap. Damn. No wonder there's all these big lots being thrown around at the 300s. Yeah, there's like a bunch of 100, 200, 300 lots here and there that actually executed. So down in the 350s and 320s. 272, 250 lot. Do. We got some news or something like jolts or whatever. That's cool. Damn. $321 at 400. Another 300 at 415. That was from midnight last night, was it? And then 327. Wow. At 400. So there's a lot of people buying at 400 from yesterday. Wait, why is... Then open down there. Okay. So we're back to the midnight my time. Ha ha ha. Okay. Clean link for that. Okay. Paste and go. Okay. All right. Ooh, I slept for like 2 hours prior to the stream, so I got a little bit of second wind. My son made me tired as shit yesterday. Like the computer room gets hot when you're when it's just on. So it was scorched earth with him laying on top of me. He was not feeling well, and my wife went out for whatever reason for a second. What? She wanted to go to Starbucks with her friends.
First we find Isabel. Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
Ghosts? Then a wall won't stop them.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of OrderFlow under a flood.
Then we're next.
Four left for more on the captain's orders.
The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
More arrived from the capital.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
We could leave. But where would we go?
I heard the bells. Is the captain back already?
Did you not hear? The captain's dead.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall, because they are my charges and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
It's all we have,
Is
Lord.
our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
Over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family. They're still in the capital.
It's all right. Give me your arm.
Okay.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from OrderFlow. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Go get them.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Come on.
Look!
I see them. With me! It's over. All yours, Torgal. Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, the lady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. Whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men?
I can relate from yesterday.
We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Oh yeah, I think I know that.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's like brain rot stuff for kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like cocoa melon and stuff, like these things that melt their attention spans and get them to watch kids playing with marbles or something. Or like water beads and...
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain
That's cool.
supplies.
Yeah, my first... my daughter was my first kid. She was like into DC and stuff. She found like some TV shows on her own that I was impressed by.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough
Oh
to drive
yeah,
back to madness,
that's Swedish. Oh,
or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
she kind of looks like the Wendy's character, right? Or I guess, yeah. It's like part of the culture. Yeah.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided,
Right. It's kind of like in Japan, they have this thing called anpanman, which is like a bean paste bread man. And he has like a head of bread that he gives to people and they eat it to get powered up.
He'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to
Yeah,
pick up the
he's
pieces when it
like
all went wrong.
a bean paste bread man, anpanman. And then all the kids know it. And it's because all the kids are wearing the paraphernalia that it's like everyone's into it. Hold on, let me get a picture.
To make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither
It's not as like, what do you call it, weird as you would think, but the concept of him giving his head so they can bite off it to get powered up is weird.
Presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action.
Yeah, so they all wear the like paraphernalia, so that's how kids like recognize it from other kids.
I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your
There's no
faces are
picture.
not well
That's
known in
weird.
this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Why is it showing a picture on my? Oh, that's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool to have those little guilty pleasures.
I don't
Looks
know
like
about
we're
that.
gonna slingshot up right here. I'm seeing some sellers not get acceptance, and then if it comes above the 400s, you could get some slingshot above 406.
Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane?
Slingshot.
Commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings?
They have a weird mayonnaise here called Kewpie mayonnaise.
Men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
You want to see?
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
You want to see a weird Japanese commercial to start things off? You won't guess what. Oh, okay. This one is slightly different. Yeah. Like, let's just get people to strip and pour paint on themselves. That's hilarious. Never gets old. And the weird thing is they have like celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio, and a while ago they had like Bruce Willis, and they still have Tommy Lee Jones like advertising for coffee and stuff. It's like, wait, what? I don't doubt it. It's
Then let us band together and show these.
good question. I never tested that low to find out. I have no interest.
The Dalimil is not to be trifled with.
Speaking of which, did I tell you I was a priest who married people and stuff here. So I can say that I was a priest. Like I got certified to marry people and did weddings and shit. So, but there was one time where there was like this tutor who was marrying his student, and that was a little weird. Because he knocked her up, and, you know, that was. The parents did not look happy, let's put it that way. Instead of shotgun wedding, it's katana wedding. Seppuku wedding. You do the honorable thing. You marry my daughter or die. O前は俺の娘と結婚するべきだ。じゃないとお前を殺す。And then I was saying I was a priest who married people, and I saw this teacher marry his student, and one of them, and I was like, 15, I think. Oopsie daisy. Yeah. I've seen some arranged marriages too, where they were like definitely not interested in each other. And I'm like, well, why are you getting married again? What? But it's not my place to say anything. It's like a business agreement or something. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, wait. Gross. Two minutes. Oh, nice. Very nice. I hope so. 30, or sorry, 1 minute. Boop, boop, be doop. Okay, 20 seconds. Here we go. Damn. Damn. Profitos. Getting the slingshot that I was talking about. We just came above that 405 nicely. Slingshot to the upside. That'd be funny. Apparently Fortnite's like scaling back. So that top has been reached too. Oh God. I don't click any of these as soon as I see something like that. I'm just like, nope. Don't need anything like that in my life. Oh God. Oh man. He's letting it soak. I saw that one you posted where that girl or that lady or that thing was like filing her like dead skin on the train or something. I was like, what the fuck? She's doing it in front of people too, unapologetic, just like shh, 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 shh. It's just like, what the heck? It's pretty gross. Just how like unapologetic she was, like she just doesn't give two flying F's about it. They superimposed it. Ugh. Well, the fact is, you wouldn't have been able to catch your meals if you got to that level. So you're like doing something against the intrinsic nature of reality because we just provide it to you at a grocery store to just eat endless amounts of. That's why it's like I would, you know, like before I eat in the morning, I have to like earn it. I have to like do some training first. Not the dummy, but I got to do like a ab exercise and some dead hangs and sit ups and push ups and stuff. I'd like to, but my wife would not appreciate the sound. Yeah, I have to wait for her to like go to work in the other room before I can let loose. Oh yeah. I named it after that hysteric friend, Colin. So I just beat him up because he disrespected me in my face, and I held my cool, but I often regret that I did. But I don't really, because he would be missing teeth and I'd be in the hospital, so. Or I'd be in jail, rather. He'd be missing teeth and I'd be in jail. It's fun, though, to punch it. You get to, like, test your stamina. Whoa. Somebody Bickle's been posting some interesting pictures here. Okay. his no nudes channel. Very nice. They're gonna have like high cholesterol. It's like whole fat milk to a whole new level. It's more like curds, like cottage cheese. Have a good one. Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's doing train simulation now. He did flight simulation and truck simulation, now train. The trains in Japan, they're very orderly. Like the engineers, they do this like weird pointing thing and then they confirm one another. It's like this weird ritual. Here, let me see if I can find it. Japanese train engineers pointing. Here we go. They do this weird pointing thing to like, you know, just make sure their speed is accurate. But when they do it with like, you know, two engineers, they like check each other. Okay. Yeah, same. I took the down at the bottom when I was talking or at bottom is before it opened at 380. I was talking about a seller absorption / slingshot and I took it, but I just took the initial bounce up to 430 and then could have held, but oh well. 500 bucks is 500 bucks. The Discord? It's a good question. What's up to Sharachi? I don't know how to pronounce that. Ili Sharache. Ila Sharache. How do you invite people to this Discord? Do you know? Grape soda. Do you need to be of a certain... Ah, there we go. It says invite. Or send the invite link to a friend. There you go. Oh, you got a seller 100 lot at 450 that's looking to get punished. You got another 110 one at 464. That just entered. It's pretty aggressive. I haven't touched anything on this. Boop, boop, boop. We got 5K in delta aggression for the day, so the buyers have definitely piqued their interest today. I always used to think piqued their interest was like the mountain peak, but it's like that P-I-Q-U-E peak. Weird spelling. Nice. Nice. Indeed. The highest odds FTD line. Oh, yeah. When is that? Jolts in 15. So if it comes above 450 with the fervor, you could be getting those punishment of the sellers. What? Sorry. I took that long. Getting paid. That's pretty cool. It's cool that they're chill enough to not have an ego about stuff. Much more sellers entering at 475 and 471. They're about to get punished by the looks of it because there's no strength yet in sellers. So I'm in this long down at 445 with the trailing at 460. So I'm chilling. This is a good trade. All right, I'm going to close it here. I just want my dinero. My Robert De Niro, please. Yeah, don't let it be like a TDS Old guy having babies in his 70s. Okay, that was $1,700 times 3. Oh, gee. Boom, 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 boom. And that's how you do it in an instant. Well, if 475 and the 471 don't go, but if it doesn't go below that, you're still just seller weak entirely. Not, yeah, no, I figured you were protecting your anus on that one, but oh, snap. Damn. Oh my God. Becky, look at that squeeze. Yeah, like the delta for the day and then the 400 in the pre-market. I was talking with Tio, there was a 400 from yesterday that we were holding, which was like a 600 lot buyer. So people kind of bought and held from the 400. So the 400's holding, or the 380. So there was like well, let's go back on the stream here and see this. So there was a 200 at 450, 300 at 250, 415, and 400, 300 at 400, and then another 300 at 400. So there was some buyer iceberging in yesterday to the tune of like 1,000 contracts. So we started to show support of the 400s, and that's when I was starting to look for longs. And the seller, like, it dipped into some sellers pre-market, and I was talking about a slingshot. So it's just looking for a pullback to buy in. And then that pullback held 380. It didn't go below 380, and then boom, it was gone. Super Saiyan. Bam. Apex has some 90% going on if you all are interested. Double M if you don't mind. I don't mind if you don't mind. It's mine actually. Yeah. No, I was my original indicator suite was Momentum Master, so it's that's how I have that. But yeah, I don't know how I met him before I knew TO even. So I knew Methodical Man through one of my mutual friend traders. So that was kind of interesting. He always ends up snagging my Bulenox one because the Bulenox ones like expire. So I have to put a period in it because, yeah. Is Dave here? Ah. Yeah, kids are little bacteria blankets. I don't have time to get sick, so I just will it away like, no thanks. No, the illness, when he's sick, I'm like will it, yeah, like willpower, like just sheer will. Wheel them away. Get them out of my sight. The unclean are not to be around me, right? Come on, yeah, it's like, get. Damn, we held that VIX level and just bounced. Yeah, that was pretty cool. $6K in Delta for the day. I've seen it get as high as like 9K where they're just on a tear. And I've seen all sorts of things where you have positive Delta and it just dumps for the day. So it's like they're just buying into the weakness and then it just becomes fuel to the downside. Like I've seen the opposite of that. And I've seen just like it rips and they're just on a tear the whole day. And you think it's going to pull back into some and it just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I always try to preface or say it in an ambiguous way. There was this guy that I was in a trading group with, and he was always so definitive with the way he spoke. Like he tried to talk like he knows it's going this way. And it was like the guy was just like so full of himself. Like, I cannot be like that. Ilhadi knows who I'm talking about. It was this crypto guy we both knew. You got more buyers here at 529. You could absorb these guys and keep going. If it accelerates away from 529, this could keep going functified. We got the news in 3 too, so. And the thing, yo. That's damn. I had that happen when I was taking like anxiety meds, and then I was doing them recreationally, so that's kind of my fault, but yeah, that like I would have like lapses in time where you're like, how the hell did I get here? And it was, yeah, that's not good. That was a fucked up chapter for sure for me. Yeah, I had to stop cold turkey because I was just like, they're like habit forming. It's weird. Like, I never thought, yeah. I didn't know that. Like, I was just like, "Oh, I'll just do it for fun for a little bit." And then it's like, I had like a little pill case and stuff. No good. And you just go into a situation and be like, yeah, the situation would just be a little bit more chill if we just take one of these too. Right. And then you're not really feeling much, but then you're like zonking yourself out. No good. That's why this like, you know, this like health kick I'm on is like probably the best because it's so it's all natural, you know. And it sucks at the time. Like I was talking about, I make that prerequisite before I wake up or before I eat. I have to work out or whatever. And it's like every time it sucks. I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. And it's like, nope, bitch, get to work. And so I'm like closing my eyes, doing the push ups and sit ups. Like I'm not even awake. It's like I'm just going, I'm doing it while I'm like half asleep or doing the dead hangs while I'm asleep because it's like I just want to get on the road. And then, like for the last week and a half, they want me to come in at like 8:30 a.m. So I got to wake up an hour earlier than that and then do all the training before that. So it's kind of the sense of accomplishment afterwards is where it really starts to shine. It's like in the moment, it sucks balls. And you're trying to come up with any excuse in the book to stop. We're getting a bunch of buyers at at this area here at 580, so we could exhaust here if we go below 558. We just swept into like 500 contracts in total. Yeah. They do that on a toss automatically. I like that. They have like what's it called? It's a VWAP they call it TWAP or something, and it's like the time-based VWAP from the day before. It just extends outwards in time from that point. Cha-ching! Let's go. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that, so I can't help you with that. I do them in clusters too because I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. But I think that's actually smart. Like, you can be pristinely right, but you can also be profoundly wrong. So, which one is better? Yeah. I think that's the way people do that so that the risk to reward gets even cut down more. That's what I was under the impression those 20 links were about. 5 micros. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like cut your risk down and then spread it out so it allows your buffer to eat the hit. This is the thing that you should save so you can just know what everything is. Yeah, for all the micros and minis and for everything and what they're worth. It is. Mhm. Like, it's showing you how many ticks or points you need to make the daily goal of 600 on each of the assets. So if you wanna trade gold or oil, it tells you what you need. So it's how did I get my reads better? It's experience, woke. It's all experience. And then just seeing things objectively happen and then thinking even like this guy looks like they're getting rewarded. I wonder if there's seller strength. And then if it keeps going, you're like, I guess there is. And it like builds confidence in that theory in your mind kind of thing. And then seeing the delta hit for 500 here, I was like, that's a spike up that's not sustainable. Looks like exhaustion. And then boop, sure enough. I didn't take it because I was already up, but to me, it's more like me being accurate in the read. That's important. Yeah, it has everything. You can't really complain about that file. It's like useful for everyone. Right click save as. You got to open it first. You got to click on it and then right click. Yeah. I have like a saved channel of all this like important stuff so that I can reference. It's like a database of links and files and stuff. One thing I did with Bitcoin was the 7-minute. Like it's in between 10 and 5 and it's broken. So like you can see wicks more manipulated. I don't know if that's the concept for the 3-minute, but a larger version of that was the 7-minute. There was a bunch of broken time frames that if you load them, it kind of gives insinuations and stuff. Yeah, that was back in the day when I was into like all this overbought, oversold, and stochastics and stuff. Literally have all the minutes on my trading view chart, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They just all the way up. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, El Hadi knows. I found the 22. It's 2 hours short shy of daily. Like that tells you some sauce. It's one of the things that was included in my calculations for my indicator suite thing was the good old 22 hour. Okay, yeah. Yeah. And interestingly enough, like the 6 hour is like a session, right? So you have each candle being 6 hours is kind of like the London session is that. So you're basically getting a session in a candle. So there was like these candles that were really pivotal and the 6 and the 12 and the 22 and the 4. There was a bunch that I found in backtesting. Yep. There's a lot. But honestly, like the meeting TO and then getting into the ticks, like the ticks for like auction theory is bar none the best, I think, because it's trade based, and then if you're going off who wins the auction, it's good to round it out to that 1,000, buy 1,000 lot auction, or you're going by lots, and then so wherever the price ends up after that auction objectively shows who won. So it's not time based. That's because, especially in Asia and London, when candles are empty, the time constraint is manufactured. The candles are hollow, So it's like having it only be relative to the trades is super important in the sparse hours. Renko's like that too. So Renko's a really good one. Yeah. Yeah, the thing about Renko's was the trading view anyway, was that it uses ATR, and then it's using time frames, and then it's only looking back based on that ATR look back period, which is like default 14, but let's just say you make it like 100, then it'll make the Renko different. And if the market's less volatile, then it'll look even more different. So there's no like edge that's constant. It's discretionary in that moment, which annoyed me. So that's why I used the Ninja Trader one that I shared the other week, because it's like static and you can dial in NQ's brick size more refined, I guess. Like, here's what the king size one that I was sharing looks like. But if I go to a different one, I'll switch it to the micro version of this. Hold up. Let's go to like a smaller Renko chart. Yeah. But it, like, I have these indicators that show like higher high or lower higher low, and so it's good for measuring swept liquidity zones. So that's what I use it. That's why you see the blue and the purple. It's showing areas that have yet to be swept. So I don't need to go look left because it would do that for me. So that's kind of nice. Wait, what? Is it loading or? So I use the king size just to look for holding of the super trend, like that blue line. And then there's like, you know, that bounced off the super trend and held on that larger time frame. So that was kind of like a refuel or whatever. I can share a video and a zip file on how to set this up if you DM me if you want Rankos on Ninja. Just shoot out a message. I can hook it up. There's this guy that was into Ranko. I paid for his thing and he gave me all the free indicators and I zipped them up and I got the video that'll walk you through it. You can get it to look just like that. Yeah. All about sharing and caring. And I got the color schemata if you want blue and purple like me. Okay. Whoops. Do, 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 do. Not really. I mean, you got more resting orders up at the 600, so I would say it sweeps up to 600 before going down, but you swept into 241 in sell side and you're generating 280 or 300 now in buy side, so still the buyers are strong. Dope. All right, man. Catch you tomorrow. Yep. Peace. I'll just stay with you till the half of the hour, guys. And then I gotta relax. 11:30 p.m. Almost. Yeah, half a world away. by bullet train, like 3 hours, but by car, I mean, actually, by bullet trains, like 40. Sorry, they got really fast bullet trains, so it's like an hour and some change, but by car, it's like 4 hours. It's like smack dab in the middle. I'm like right in the middle of the country. I'm essentially in Detroit. If you imagine Detroit, or sorry, Chicago or Detroit, like where the car manufacturers in America are, that's where I am. Because it's like where Sony and Toyota and all of the big companies are stationed. So it's propped up by them, but there's nothing really here except that. So all the cities are developed because of all the jobs provided by them. Like Toyota is an actual city. I taught there. I was a junior high school teacher in Toyota. Yeah. That's cool. So they got all like the combustion engine companies and everything nearby. So it's like the whole adjacent market. It's not just Toyota, but it's like everything. So yeah, it makes sense. I know that they devoted some energy to battery, like they their combustion department tried to turn their ship batteries, but it was kind of like behind the market of the Chinese and everything. So, but they're trying to correct in that direction. I don't know if they have the best thing, but I know Toyota, like right near my house, they have a hydrogen fueling station for some of their test vehicles. So they have like hydrogen and these other kind of forms of stuff that they showcase, and they have places for it to refuel at. So yeah, they're trying new things. I don't know how successful they are, but Japan generally outsources for engineers because they don't really have the capability within the country's education system. It creates good followers and factory workers and stuff, but not ingenuity and innovators. Well, they have like uniforms and formalities and like rituals, how they stand and bow before each class and ending each class. Like they just create people that fall in line, you know. It's just part of the culture to mind others and everything. So you get people with like very mild means and mild meek dreams and stuff because they're not really like aiming as high. So they get a lot of like engineers from Sweden and other places for their, you know, innovations. We're at that TO level at like the 520s. Like we've been consolidating on that line. I don't know what that is. Did that send? Let me see. I sent that what do you call it? The rank go to that dude who requested. Okay. Yep, looks like it's about to sweep 600 now because it's already poking up above the high. What's ES got up there? Let's see. ES has some static order up at 550. That's quite a ways away. So other than that, you got some resting order up at the 500s. 200 lot. From when is that? Basically since open. So it's probably going to go get that. It fell shy before, but I'm going to end the stream here. So stay frugal, stay positive, stay blessed, everyone. See you tomorrow. Peace.